Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Taheton series. Off camera, we actually decided to finish up corn harvest as I did not want it to get repetitive. With that being said, we do have an entire soybean field to harvest today. After this harvest, then we have to go and help the neighbor finish up his crops. But nonetheless, let's get on into it, and I will catch you guys when we get in the combine. So we had the combine in the Quonset hut because we were changing the sieves and a bunch of other stuff to get it ready for beans. And now that that is done, we're just going to drive it up to the header and hook it up. And the Walterscheid is on. Whew! Sometimes those PTOs can be hard to get on. Now that we've got the TR99 hooked up to the soybean head, it's time to go hop in the soybean field and test things out. So while we're in here, I do have to remember we actually have to empty 2 of our gravity wagons that are still full of corn. We'll put those in the bin because the price started going down on corn. We're not going to cut a whole lot right now as it is still early because it's the next day and we need to see if everything's operating correctly. All that's left to do is to lower our head, fire it up, and jump into these beans. Alright, so we're out of the TR99, and we're going to go ahead and check our chaff. So there's a bean, there's a couple, there's some more. Yeah, we're losing too much, so we got to go see what the problem is. Alright, and it's done. So we closed up the tailings a little bit, and that should allow us for less grain loss. But without further ado, we will go ahead and start harvesting this field. So we're trucking along, and these beans are very dusty. I'll be surprised if our air filter is even that clean. But nonetheless, we've almost made our first pass around the field, and it doesn't seem like they're yielding too bad. Don't get me wrong, they're not great, but they could be a lot worse. We're going to go ahead and dump into the truck. So the plan is, once we get this full, we are going to run it up to the granary. Then we are going to unload our Kilbros wagons, which do currently have corn in them, into our bin. Nonetheless, we're back into this bean field, and we really do need to finish up soon. So without any more hesitation, let's jump back into this field.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind.
Well, the grain truck is full now, and we need to run it to the granary. So let's go ahead, get up on in here, empty our Kilbros wagons, and then head to the Taheton granary. So we hopped out of the International. We are going to leave it running, but now we have to go over here to the Kilbros wagons and unload them into our bin. And the door's shut. Alright, we're back from the granary. We actually made 15 grand off that load of soybeans. It's hard to believe, I know, but the economy is just right for beans right now. So we've got our Kilbros wagons strategically placed where we want them after we got them unloaded. The International is empty and ready to go, and all that's left is to hop in the combine. But with that being said, we do want to finish this field pretty fast because it sounds like the neighbor is running a tad bit behind due to combine problems, and we might be able to run the truck for him or maybe even a grain cart or something. I was up here thinking we did pull the disc out and hooked it up to the tillage tractor, and we made a pass or two just to make sure that everything was in working order. Now I know we have the option of no-till, but I'm thinking we're going to till it up just to see how it may do as sort of an experiment, and then we might even put anhydrous down. But that all depends on the price, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see. And we also decided that we are going to go ahead and list the stock car for sale as well as the trailer. We just haven't been using it that much, and quite frankly, it just needs to go. Plus, with that money, we could buy another piece of equipment or maybe even upgrade something. But nonetheless, enough of my yapping, we have to finish this field. Crap. Oh man. Looks like an O-ring blew out on the hydraulics. Good lord, we can't catch a break. Well, we shut the TR off, and we're gonna go grab an O-ring from the truck. And we're done. Well, we finally put the O-ring back in the hydraulics, and we should be good to go. We did move the truck up too because it was getting a little far out, but we're almost full, so we're gonna go ahead and load the truck up. So currently we are done unloading and we're back at it. I will say the TR does really have an impressive grain tank holding capacity. With that being said though, let's go ahead and try to knock the rest of this field out so we can be done for the day. Well, we're finally done, so we can go ahead, stick our auger out, and then go unload in the grain truck. Honestly, these soybeans didn't yield that bad. We're going to get about 2.5 truckloads off of this, so I can't complain too much. And with that, the harvest season is complete. Now, while this is sad, we're not completely done with harvest, as we have to go over and help Clayton out a bit. But nonetheless, we're going to get all this stuff moved up back by the shop, the header cart put back on its wagon, and then we will put the auger up. The soybean head is now detached, we've got the gravity wagons in the Quonset hut, and we've got our international grain truck ready to head to the granary. So all that I have left to do is to actually put up the auger. So we do need to go ahead and take this PTO off as well as unhitch it. Alright, so our auger is now attached to our tractor. We're going to fold it up and then place it where we had it before we start harvest. The auger is now detached and we need to hop in the 4230 and put this up in the Quonset hut. Now that the 4230 is put up in the hut, we're going to go out here to our disc and see if it's working correctly. So far I'm not seeing anything bad. We might have a couple of chipped discs, but nonetheless it seems to be working fine, so we'll get on this tillage shortly, but first we need to go check up on Clayton. So we're actually going to go ahead, bring this tractor up to the shop, and we do need to run our grain in. And after we run our grain in, I'm thinking we probably need to get the combine winterized and put up for the year. Now that that's all done, we're going to hop in our grain truck and head to the granary. Thank you guys so much for watching another video on the Taheton series. I hope you guys are enjoying the storyline, and if you are, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Now I know a little while ago we did kill off one of our series, which was the Ohio Map series, but now that allows us to maybe even start a new series. Anyways, enough of my rambling. I hope you guys have a great day, and be sure to click that notification button.